My name's Castillo. Work part-time here for Early. Been here for approximately 5 years. I'm gonna give you a tour of this truck here. It's called Brush 80. It mainly goes to grass fires inside the city limits and also for mutual aid, Brownwood calls or the surrounding communities. But its primary focus is fighting brush fires. We can use it for dumpster fires. It also has Class A foam on it for ordinary combustible material like paper, wood, and it's used to penetrate more other than water. That way the water can soak into it a lot better. Like if they have brush piles, if you just pour water on it, it does get the fire out, but just the foam helps it penetrate more and get soak it a lot better, put it out a lot easier. This is the interior of the truck. There's some equipment you see here, which is the radio that we talk to our dispatch on. This is how you turn the lights and sirens on. This little fancy thing is a spotlight for the front of the truck. We have a portable radio here. As you see, there's only 2 seats here. Unlike the fire engine has 4 seats. So you'll have a driver, and when we get on scene to a grass fire, the passenger will get in the back and he'll start fighting the fire. And this truck holds approximately 500 gallons of water. You don't see very many tools in here, but the type of tools that we do have in here are these fence plier cutters. That way if we're going to a grass fire and there's not a gate, we don't have the combo too. We can just cut the fence to get through the fence. We'll have to repair it afterwards or let the landowner know. And these are called fusees. Sometimes when you go to a grass fire, most of the time we do is direct attack, which we fight the fire where the head of the fire is. We'll attack it from the back side, try to get to the head, knock it out. And sometimes when you can't get to it or it's hard places, we'll do a back burn, which we'll put fuel down on the ground and we'll burn into the fire, and we'll use these to set the fire. That way we can burn the fuel between us and the main fire. That way when the main fire hits that burn part that we started, it'll put itself out. So we'll get on the scene. Like I said, the passenger will get back here. He used these 2 whip lines. They're connected to the pump, and he'll stand on this side or on either side. That way he can switch back and forth, so he won't have to turn the truck around. And at the very back, we'll have a reel that probably has like 100, 150 foot. That's pretty much like for mop-up sections. After the fire's put out, we have to put out hot spots. We'll use that to go pretty far, but we use these primarily when we're attacking the fire. We use this big old hose filler hose. That way when we get empty, we'll fill that up with the big tanker truck, tank 84. We have some tools here. We use this to scratch lines, pretty much for overhaul stuff, not when we're actually fighting the direct fire. We'll have chainsaws. Sometimes when there's trees in the road, we'll have to cut them up to get them out of the way. Or if there's a tree that's on fire still, we'll cut it down to put it out to get to the inside. And of course, we got to have fuel and bar oil for the chainsaw. And this is the actual pump for the truck. We'll start it here. You can give it more throttle, turn it down. We can deploy bigger size lines other than these little 1-inch lines that's in the front, and this one. This is where we fill it up, and we can even put a 2.5 line to, if we had to, an emergency fight, a car fire or structure fire, house fire. We use this big old line there. And then this is the drip torch fuel that, like I said, when we're not gonna fight it directly, we're gonna do a backfire. It's called a back burn. We use this fuel, and we'll use the fusees to light this fuel to do the back burn. Of course, when it's hot outside, 100 plus degree, you gotta stay hydrated. So this is our cooler. We keep our water in. We have extra hose up here, different sizes. We can hook these up to the back of the pump and go about 100, 150 foot. We have 4 sections, so we can go 200 foot with that. And of course we have to have these big old cans of gasoline fuel, and that's for we put in here for our pump because it's regular gas. This truck is diesel, so it doesn't run on it. We can't come back after we've gone to a fire, so we'll have 2 cans up there to fill up our pump, keep going, and we don't have to stop. That was the tour of Brush 80, and that Brush 80 is one of 4 brush trucks that we have. So if we get one crew go out, we have 3 other trucks that can be staffed and go to the different calls when it's super dry outside and help with other fires.